Picture this: a 23-year-old Brazilian striker, fresh off a plane from Brighton, steps onto the global stage at MetLife Stadium. The crowd roars, the heat is sweltering at 35 degrees Celsius, and the stakes couldn't be higher. It's the FIFA Club World Cup semifinal, and João Pedro, a new Chelsea signing, faces his boyhood club, Fluminense. What happens next? He scores twice, shattering Fluminense dreams and propelling Chelsea into the final with a 2-0 victory. But this isn't just a game. It's a story of loyalty, heartbreak, and a controversial VAR call that had fans screaming at their screens. Buckle up, because this one's a roller coaster. A Brazilian prodigy turns traitor. On July 8, 2025, in East Rutherford, New Jersey, Chelsea faced Fluminense in a clash that had the soccer world buzzing. Why did it matter? This wasn't just another semi-final. It was a battle between European giants and Brazil's Cinderella story, a team that had defied odds by knocking out Inter Milan and Al Hilal. Fluminense, with their passionate fans waving maroon, white, and green flags, were the last non-European hope in a tournament dominated by money and power. But all eyes were on João Pedro, the £55 million man who'd spent 8 years in Fluminense Academy before moving to Europe. The match exploded into life in the 18th minute. Pedro Neto whipped in a cross, and Fluminense Thiago Silva, Chelsea's former defensive rock, flubbed the clearance. João Pedro pounced, curling a 20-yard stunner into the top corner past 44-year-old goalkeeper Fabio. The stadium erupted, but Pedro barely celebrated, raising his hands in apology to the Fluminense fans who once cheered him as their own. "I'm happy to score my first goal for Chelsea, but I know this tournament is very important for Fluminense," he said post-match. "I can only say sorry, but I have to be professional." In the 56th minute, he struck again. Leading a counterattack, Pedro rifled a shot off the crossbar and into the net, sealing Chelsea's dominance. The Blues were clinical, with Cole Palmer and Christopher Nkunku pulling strings, while Fluminense hopes faded. But the drama wasn't over, far from it. VAR controversy and a heartbreaking injury. The game wasn't without its flashpoints. In the first half, Fluminense thought they'd earned a lifeline when referee Francois Letexier pointed to the penalty spot after a Trevo Chalobah handball. The Brazilian fans roared, sensing a comeback. But VAR intervened, and Letexier reversed the call, deeming Chalobah's arm in a natural position. Social media exploded. "Era penal," cried at Clarin_Deportes on X, while fans flooded posts with angry emojis, accusing VAR of stealing Fluminense's moment. "The refereeing in this tournament is a joke," one user fumed, echoing sentiments that Fluminense's run had been marred by questionable calls. Then came the gut punch for Chelsea. In stoppage time, Moises Caicedo, the heartbeat of their midfield, crumpled to the turf, clutching his ankle after it got caught in the grass. The replay was grim. His ankle twisted unnaturally, and he limped off, leaving Chelsea with 10 men. "This is not good for Enzo Maresca," The Athletic reported, noting the final was just 5 days away. Ecuadorian fans, who'd filled MetLife Stadium to cheer Caicedo, held their breath. Will he be fit to face Real Madrid or PSG? The question hung heavy. Fluminense fought valiantly. Marc Cucurella's goal line clearance denied Hercules a goal, and substitute Everaldo attempted a spectacular scissor kick in the dying moments, only for it to sail high. The Brazilian fans, undeterred, kept waving their flags, their section still packed, while Chelsea's emptied out. "You have to give it up for the Fluminense fans," The Athletic noted. "Their club's eliminated, yet they're still showing love." The media fallout and social media storm. The headlines screamed drama. "João Pedro haunts boyhood club," blared The Independent. ESPN called it a spectacular debut, while The Guardian dubbed Pedro's goals two crackers. But not everyone was celebrating. On X, at Ferris_Alharthy sparked controversy, claiming Fluminense only reached the semis due to blatant refereeing errors and calling them a weak team full of aging players. The post drew ire from Brazilian fans, who defended their team's heart and Thiago Silva's leadership at 40. "Fluminense showed Brazil still has soul," one fan retorted. The media also highlighted the financial stakes. Chelsea's win banked them an additional £22 million, bringing their tournament earnings to at least £82 million. João Pedro, signed for £55 million just 6 days prior, was already paying dividends. He's practically paying for himself, Mail Sport quipped. Meanwhile, Fluminense's dream of global glory ended, and they'll now return to domestic battles against Mirassol and Cruzeiro. A tale of two clubs. Fluminense's journey was the stuff of legend. Sixth in Brazil's Serie A, they'd stunned the soccer world by toppling Inter Milan and Al Hilal, with Thiago Silva and Fabio embodying their grit. Founded in 1902 by an Englishman, Fluminense's history is steeped in pride, and their 2023 Copa Libertadores win earned them this stage. But facing Chelsea, a financial powerhouse, exposed the gap. Chelsea's squad, led by Enzo Maresca, had overcome a group stage loss to Flamengo and a weather-delayed Benfica tie to reach this point. Their 23 short corners in the tournament, more than any team, showcased their tactical edge. João Pedro's story added emotional weight. Born in São Paulo, he joined Fluminense Academy at 11, spending 8 years there before moving to Watford in 2020. His rise to Brighton and now Chelsea is a testament to his talent, but facing his boyhood club was bittersweet. "Fluminense gave me everything," he said. "If I'm here, it's because they believed in me." Yet his professionalism shone through, delivering a performance that justified Chelsea's mid-tournament signing. Thiago Silva's return to Fluminense, where he's captain at 40, was another subplot. A Chelsea legend, he faced his former club with poise but couldn't prevent the defensive errors that gifted Pedro his first goal. Fluminense fans, though heartbroken, stayed loyal, their passion a stark contrast to Chelsea's muted celebrations. This competition has a long way to go to earn its World Cup title, The Athletic noted, highlighting the tournament's struggle for global resonance. A bittersweet triumph. Here's where I get real. João Pedro's performance was electrifying. 2 goals, pure class, and a statement to the world that he's a star. But my heart aches for Fluminense. This was their shot to prove Brazil's still the heart of soccer, and to see it crushed by one of their own feels like a Shakespearean tragedy. The VAR call? I'm torn. It was probably correct, but it sucked the life out of Fluminense momentum. And Caicedo's injury? That's a gut-wrenching cliffhanger. Soccer's brutal sometimes. It gives you heroes like Pedro and moments of pain like that ankle twist in the same breath. What do you think? Did Fluminense deserve that penalty, or was Chelsea just too good? If you loved this wild ride, smash that like button and subscribe for more soccer drama. We're diving into the Club World Cup final next. Will Chelsea face Real Madrid or PSG? Hit the bell so you don't miss it.